Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another Monday afternoon at the Dragon Room.
Where it's always Monday afternoon.
It is. Today is a special beardy episode of the Dragon Room. I'm Teddy,
And I'm Mike.
and today we wanted to talk about gameplay mechanics. We're starting to work on gameplay prototypes this week, and we realized we haven't really talked about the moment-to-moment gameplay of the Moonlighters. So here we are to tell you about it.
So we're trying to make a heist movie game, and we talked a little bit last week about how a heist is based around characters working together, and they each have different abilities, and they each do their little tasks that add up to a big complex plan.
Yeah, we need you to be able to do a wide variety of actions in the game so that it feels like all the different stuff that you could do in a heist that you see people do in heist movies. Like, you need to be able to con someone into giving you their wife, or replacing a roulette ball in a casino with like one that always lands on 17, or pretending to be a chef, but then, oh no, you have to like learn how to cook a fancy dinner and pretend how to be a chef. Or like fitting into a tiny little box and then like squeezing past security. Like there's all these different things that you can do and that we need to be able to support with the game mechanics.
Right. So our design problem, the tricky part, is making something where you can express or participate in all these things without it feeling like it's disconnected or a bunch of mini games. Like, we can't just make it so it's like a shooter. Like, there's one mechanic where we shoot things and we can do fun variations and introduce new weapons and stuff. We have to, cast a wider net than that.
Or we could make it a shooter,
That's true.
a shooting-based heist.
We could totally do all those things that we talked about. We could, you replace the roulette ball by with a bullet, and so it kind of always lands on 17 because it's awkwardly shaped. And you could cook a fancy dinner by just opening fire on the chicken, and
Yeah,
that would probably cook it. I mean,
peppercorn.
yeah,
Sort of thing. Okay, so yeah, so like our solution was to take this like big variety of mechanics, since we didn't want to make a shooting-based cooking game, and group them into several distinct roles, so that each role kind of identified a common theme, so that every time you did a new thing in a heist, you didn't have to learn an entirely new type of gameplay. Like, even if you were doing different actions, they each fit into a different category of what you can expect as a player.
right. So when you've got somebody in the heist that's going to be the lookout, then that means that you're going to be doing something where you're kind of going around and trying to collect information without being suspicious. But if this part of the heist is the noise, then that means that you're being a decoy or creating a distraction, which basically means running around like some jerk storming a baseball field and trying not to get caught by security guards or something. So all in all, we have 7 of these different roles identified, and we think they all will feel pretty different, but they all use a similar set of controls and mechanics, so we're hopeful that they'll feel like part of one system.
Yeah, so this week we're doing that basically. We're implementing a lot of the mechanics that fit into each one of these roles, and seeing which of the mechanics are good and which are bad, which ones work, and which ones have legs, and also maybe occasionally just replacing or removing entire roles if just none of it's feeling right. So this is kind of the process of vetting these different categories that we've made. And that's what we're doing this week.
Yeah, and with that, we'll be well on our way to being able to make full heists. So thanks for tuning in to the Dragon Room this week, and until next week, keep wasting time on the internet.